Good evening, watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed heads the Sultanate's delegation to the 39th Summit Conference of the leaders of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries in the Saudi Arabian capital, Riyadh. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed affirms that regional and international developments necessitate the importance of dealing with them according to a joint vision, taking into consideration privacy of the Gulf experience and its approaches, trends towards a better future for people in the Gulf. The Research Council Authority discusses mechanism of preparing a national strategy and future vision of the Research Council and honors winners of the National Research Award. And the Supreme Council of the Planning approves integration mechanism between the strategic and development projects in the governorates of South Al-Batina. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, headed the Sultan's delegation in the 39th Summit Conference of the leaders of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries in the Saudi Arabian capital, Riyadh. The summit was inaugurated with the speech of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who welcomed their majesties, their highnesses, and their excellencies. King Salman said that the aim of the council is to enhance the security, stability, and development of the Gulf and its citizens, reassuring the keenness of the kingdom to maintain the unity of the Gulf countries. His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, delivered a speech calling on the importance of stopping the media campaigns that have a negative effect on the unity of the Gulf stand and its interests. His Highness said that despite the current situation in the region, holding of this summit stressed on the keenness of all the participants towards the Gulf Cooperation Council and the continuation of its rounds. He added that it also embodies the awareness of the leaders towards the aspirations and ambitions of the people of the GCC countries. He further said that the directives and care of all leaders of holding meetings of a number of ministerial committees in the past year emphasizes on the activeness of the cooperation march among the GCC countries in various fields. He also shed light on the challenges and the situation in the region, as well as the significance of protecting the unity of GCC countries. His Highness also talked about the firm stance of the GCC countries in combating the acts of terrorism. During the start of the summit, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia. His Highness also expressed his gratitude towards the custodian of the two holy mosques for his hosting this summit and prayed to the Almighty Allah to grant further progress and prosperity to the Saudi people. He added that the speech delivered by His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait was expressive and shall be followed within the framework of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. Okay. Within the summit, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, participated in a luncheon held by the custodian of the two holy mosques in the honor of their Majesties and Highnesses, the leaders of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. It was attended by the official delegations accompanying the GCC countries' leaders, heads of diplomatic missions, as well as senior Saudi officials. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, arrived to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia earlier today to lead the Sultan's delegation to the conference of the 39th Summit of the Leaders of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, GCC, in Riyadh. Upon the arrival, His Highness and the accompanying delegation were received by the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, and a number of their highnesses, the ministers and high-ranking Saudi civil and military officials. His Highness Sayyid Fahd, in a press statement, said that the Sultan, under the leadership of His Majesty the Sultan, is always keen to support the Gulf Cooperation Council march so as to achieve the aspirations of the Council countries of progress and prosperity for their people. In his statement, His Highness added that the rapid developments on the regional and international arenas require to be dealt with according to the joint vision that takes into consideration the Gulf experience and its approaches towards a better future for a stable and developed Gulf nation. He added that GCC Council, since establishment in 1981 until now, accomplished various achievements that shall be protected through enhancing the joint work within the Council. His Highness is accompanied by the official delegation comprising His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masoud Al-Sinaidi, Minister of Commerce and Industry, and His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Muhammad Al-Saidi, Minister of Legal Affairs. The delegation also includes a number of government officials. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, left the country today heading to Saudi Arabia on behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to lead the Sultan's delegation to the conference of the 39th Summit of the Leaders of the GCC countries in Riyadh today. His Highness was seen off by His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al Khalili, Minister of Justice, His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed Al Shabibi, Minister of Housing, His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser Al Bakri, Minister of Manpower, His Excellency Sheikh Al Fadil bin Mohammed Al Harthi, Secretary General of the Council of Ministers, His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Umar Al Marhoon, Minister of Civil Service, His Excellency Sayyid Saud bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of State and Governor of Muscat, His Excellency Dr. Fuad bin Jafar Sajwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth, and His Excellency the Charge d'Affaires of the Saudi Embassy. The Research Council Authority discussed in its meeting today the future vision of the Research Council within the framework of the National Vision Oman 2040, which was drafted in line with future orientations of the Sultan to make research and innovation as the cornerstone of achieving the objectives of this vision, which reflects the Sultan's orientations towards requirements of the fourth industrial revolution. On the other side, the Council's authority discussed the mechanism of preparing the national strategy for the Research Council 2020-2040, starting from the Council's experience in preparing the current strategy, which will be completed in 2020. In addition to the challenges which faced implementation of the programs and plans during the previous years. The meeting was chaired by His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Said, advisor to His Majesty the Sultan, Chairman of the Research Council. The 5th Annual Forum for Researchers and the announcement of the names of the winners of the 5th round of the National Research Award were launched at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center. The forum aims to encourage the researchers to help them with networks with other researchers to exchange expertise and dissemination of the Research Council, among other objectives. An accompanying exhibition and discussion of the research priorities of the various sectors was organized with the participation of academic, government and private sector and the Office of 2040 Oman Vision. The forum also reviewed the actions taken with regard to the National Research Strategy 2008 to 2020. His Highness Sheikh Shihab bin Tariq Al Said, advisor to His Majesty the Sultan, Chairman of the Research Council, presided over the opening ceremony. The Supreme Council for Planning held its fourth meeting of the year under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masood Al-Sinaidi, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Planning. The Council reviewed the Oman Economic Performance Report. The report showed that the gross domestic product GDP grew by 15.1% at the current prices, driven by the increase in total oil activities, especially natural gas, which grew by 23.2%. On the other hand, the contribution of non-oil sectors increased during the same period by 5.1%. The Council discussed the progress of the development projects and the achievements in development projects with the framework of the 9th Five-Year Development Plan 2016-2020, including the Economic Diversification Project until October this year. It as well approved the integration mechanism between strategic and development projects in the Governorate of South Al-Batna. The Council also reviewed outputs of the National Strategy for Adaptation and Mitigation of Climate Change to deal with the climate change in an integrative manner. Still to come on News Bulletin. A factory for producing aluminium sheets was opened in the Wilaya of Bosher in the Governorate of Bufar. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfouz al-Mandari, Chairman of the State Council, received delegation of Atlantic Council chaired by Stephen Hartley, former U.S. National Security Advisor and Executive Vice President of the Atlantic Council. The meeting stressed the Sultan's keenness on creating good relations with all countries in the world and emphasizing distinctive relations with the United States and Europe, adding that Sultanate exerts efforts to serve international peace and security in addition to achieve and instill stability in the region. The Sultanate also seek to spread tolerance, values and harmony in which enhance understanding, coexistence and communication between countries and peoples. From his side, the guest expressed the pivotal role of the Sultanate in enhancing regional stability and security and hailed in the shared experiences in the Sultanate. His Excellency Abdulaziz bin Mohammed Al Rawast, advisor to His Majesty the Sultan for Cultural Affairs, also received in his office the delegation of the Atlantic Council currently on a visit to the Sultanate. During the meeting, they reviewed the U.S.-Omani relations and means of developing them to serve both friendly states. The Sultan received international acclaim in penalization crimes and effectiveness of law enforcement and judicial institutions, in addition to supply authorities with sufficient independences. This was announced during the State Audit Authority celebration to mark World Anti-Corruption Day. The Sultans reviewed and evaluate this year preventive measures and asset recovery sections. The Royal Navy of Oman RNO held a ceremony to celebrate Armed Forces Day and Retirees Day at the Saeed bin Sultan Naval Base. The ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Rashid bin Al-Safi Al-Haribi, Chairman of the Tender Board. The ceremony included a number of military shows accompanied by the RNO music band. The event also included pinning long service and good conduct medals on a number of RNO affiliates. The celebration came to highlight the development witnessed by the RNO fleet under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Hamad Al-Rumhi, Minister of Oil and Gas, inaugurated the GCC Golf Championship, the 22nd for men, the 11th for juniors under 18, the 5th for juniors under 15, and the 4th for ladies. The Sultanate is hosting this tournament until December 13th, 2018. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi has more details.
Over a period of 4 days, these golf courses will host the GCC Golf Championship, the 22nd for men, the 11th for juniors under 18, the 5th for juniors under 15, and the 4th for ladies.
It is our honor to host the tournament, bringing all our brothers from the GCC countries to come and play at this beautiful golf course, one of the best courses in Muscat. So yes, we are hoping that, we are very pleased that most of the countries are here, all of them are participating, and the competition will be stiff because they have been progressing, they've been training, they've been getting ready for this tournament. So let's see the results. We have 4 enjoyable days of the competitions.
The first round of the championship begins here on these fields, while it will be concluded on Thursday with the 4th round and a ceremony to award the winners of the tournament.
It's an honor for Ghala Golf Course to be hosting this event. It is a big event in a sense that it attracts a lot of youngsters, and I think us as Ghala and the Oman Golf is really pushing to introduce youngsters to the game of golf. So this is a fantastic opportunity for us, for the game of golf, for Oman as well, to be able to host this event, to be able to have such a great number of participants in this event, from very youngsters, I think ranging from the age of close to 10 to quite old, mature players as well.
It is worth mentioning that on the sidelines of the competition, the GCC Golf Committee will hold a meeting to discuss the agenda concerning the development of golf in the GCC and the committee's program for 2019. With top-of-the-range facilities, the Sultanate is ready to host regional and international golf tournaments. From Ghala Golf Club, Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
In order to fulfill the increasing demand of aluminum sheets and to go in line with the Sultanate future vision and the Industrial Strategy 2040, a factory for producing aluminum sheets was opened in the Wilaya of Bosher. The production capacity of the factory is to reach 150,000 square meters monthly. The factory, which is considered the first of its kind in the Sultanate, which produce aluminum sheets with international standards like thermal insulation and fire retardant. It's worth mentioning that aluminum plates are used in the construction of warehouses and workshops. The factory produces or products will target various regional and local markets, as the factory plan is to export 90% of its products to outside markets and 10% will cover local markets. Now a quick look at the general forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies prevail over most of the governorates, with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the coastal area of the Arabian Sea. Winds will be southeasterly to south light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultan of Oman Television. Before we tonight's news bulletin, here is the main points once again. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Said Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Said has the Sultan's delegation to the 39th Summit Conference of the Leaders of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries in the Saudi Arabian capital, Riyadh. His Highness Said Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Said affirms that regional and international developments necessitate the importance of dealing with them according to a joint vision, taking into consideration privacy of Gulf experience and its approaches trends towards better future for the people in the Gulf. The Research Council Authority discusses mechanism of preparing national strategy and future vision of the Research Council and winners of the National Research Award. And the Supreme Council for Planning approves integration mechanism between the strategic and development projects in the Governorate of South Al-Batila. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, good night.